Thank you very much. Okay, thank you for taking your time today. Uh, the session title is How We Made Aibo Smart, a journey through serverless and IoT on AWS. I'm Ryohei Morimoto, software engineer from Sony. And I have one more speaker, Himansh Shaker, will, will join, and also from Sony. Uh, by the way, how many of you have heard about Aibo? Oh, a lot of people know Aibo. Thank you very much. Yes, he is Aibo. Very funny robot. We would like to introduce our product Aibo and show some serverless and IoT related practices. Okay, let's get started. Okay, I would like to introduce Aibo at first briefly. Aibo is entertainment pet robot by Sony. He looks very cute, especially the eyes of Aibo made by OLED is very good, showing a lot of cute expressions. And next point of Aibo is he can recognize not only face of person, but a lot of objects around Aibo. And more, Aibo can express his emotions by using a lot of mechatronics technologies. And last point of Aibo is Aibo runs its environment and develops relationship with his owners. Next. Okay, Aibo has a lot of sensors: camera, touch sensors, microphones, touch sensors, and more. Aibo filters external environment by these sensors. And also, Aibo has 22 axis actuators. Yeah. With using these actuators, Aibo can do a lot of motions like this movie. Yep. Each Aibo has own personal AI and common AI, which is collective intelligence on cloud, grows by data from each Aibo. And common AI feedbacks common intelligence into each Aibo. Here is overview of Aibo ecosystem. Aibo consists of course, Aibo itself and my Aibo applications, which can control Aibo, and of course, Aibo cloud services. Okay, that's all about Aibo's introduction. Okay, next. I'll talk about system overview of Aibo cloud service. Yes, this is how our cloud service looks like. Basically, we develop all functions using serverless architecture and IoT-related full managed services. We use CloudFront to distribute some web resources. And there are some application services we use, of course, API Gateway, Lambda, and DynamoDB for some computing purpose. And also AppSync, the new feature of AWS, gives us data synchronization features between Aibo and my Aibo application. And for some real-time communication, we use IoT Core. Yeah, and for data analytics, Kinesis Data Fireforce, EMR, Glue, Athena, Redshift, AWS gives us a lot of useful services. And I'll tell you the details in a later slide. Our development teams mainly consists of 4 teams. The first one is front-end team. They developed a My Aibo application for Android, iOS, and web. And next team is Aibo Cloud Core team. This team developed core business logics for Aibo. And third team, it is Common IoT Platform team. This team provides a common IoT features such as device authentication, push notification, real-time communication, and so on. This the last team is data analytics team. They create a data lake and analyze the big data from Aibo and provide a useful data for Aibo AI. And also, they provide business intelligence for data scientists. Okay, next. We use AWS IoT Core for secure and real-time communication between Aibo and cloud. IoT Core has a client authentication features by default, and we use it. Private key and device certificate are embedded in Aibo secure storage, and these are installed at factory. We are also contributed to AWS IoT device SDK for some bug fixes. Yes. Aibo Cloud Services consists of a lot of microservices, such as photo service, video streaming service, ID management service, and more. We have basically developed all microservices by serverless architecture. Of course, Lambda and free management services of AWS. We are a small team, and we want to provide value quickly for our customers to hear listening to their voice. We don't want to spend time and resource to maintain our infrastructures. So with using serverless architecture, we could develop our service very quickly and efficiently. And these are the AWS managed services used in Aibo. So our all computing resources are in AWS Lambda, and we don't have EC2 instance in our service. And we use DynamoDB as our database. And we also use new AWS features such as AppSync and Kinesis video streams. Yes, we will talk about those in details in coming slide. Yes, it is our CI/CD diagram. We use github.com and CircleCI to build our service and deploy it to AWS. And also, we use Rokro. Yeah, it is code quality check service provided by Sony-related companies. Okay, next, my colleague here, Himansh, will talk about our serverless use cases and some practices.
Thank you, Morimoto-san. Why don't we check your Aibo as well? I think he's feeling nervous around here. All right. All right, so Aibo, as you saw, is not just a cute, adorable puppy. It's also built-in smart tech, and all that smart technology that we have packed inside this small body is enabled through various cloud integrations and services. As I said, we are a small team, and to enable such kind of development, sustain such kind of development, having microservices and built upon with serverless technologies has been the key for us. So let us see how we design some of the key features of Aibo ecosystem. Let's talk about communication. So it is one of the first things that you think about when designing a new product, right? As you can tell, Aibo doesn't speak, right? So it interacts and communicates with its expressive eyes, ears, tail. It has also a touch surface, and also a whole range of different dynamic movements. In addition to those, MyAibo is a web and mobile application which allows his owners to interact with Aibo. You can do things like change his eye colors. Actually, the eyes that you can see over here is made of OLED display, so you can change it to your liking. And also, you can play with it by sending remote commands to it. It also allows owners to do some neat tricks and some cool stuff. Some of we'll see in coming slides. So let's see how we have built this communication thing. So Aibo exchanges a lot of information and commands back and forth with my Aibo application. And that's why it needs a lot of constant connectivity with cloud. And we achieve this using AWS IoT, where each device authenticates using the private keys and certificates. automatically, and this allows my Aibo to send commands in real time as it happens. We also use AppSync for data synchronization between my Aibo app and Aibo. And apart from that, we also have APIs built with API Gateway and Lambda to exchange information back and forth. Next, let's talk about some of the cool tricks that Aibo can do. So you might have noticed there's a fisheye camera in his nose. So Aibo can take pictures with that on voice commands. And then you can see those pictures inside mobile application. So once Aibo gets a voice command to take a picture, it asks for a URL via one of our web APIs. Aibo stores all its images inside AWS S3. And a unique URL, pre-signed URL is generated for each of the upload requests. We also cache those object keys inside DynamoDB for easy and fast access. Aibo then uploads those images to S3, which then triggers a Lambda function where we do image processing, things like creating thumbnails, and also something which we call surround photo. Essentially, we stitch a bunch of photos together and give you a very cool photo over there. And you can see all those photos anytime from my Aibo application. Thank you. So as I mentioned before, we add a lot of features to Aibo. And this is one of the coolest features that recently added to Aibo. It's real-time streaming of Aibo view. Essentially, it makes you to see whatever Aibo sees in real time. Well, instead of me talking about it, let's see a very quick demo to understand how it works. So what you see here essentially is there's a guy playing with his Aibo, and he has a ping ball, kind of which we have over here. And it's kind of favorite for Aibo, so he plays with that ball. And apart from the live streaming that you can see in his mobile app, Aibo is also able to recognize objects in real time as it happens. Objects like the pink ball, or there are people around here. We don't have any other Aibo at this time, but if there were, he will also able to recognize that. So the core of real-time video streaming is achieved using Kinesis video streams. So Kinesis video streams does all the heavy work of provisioning and scaling all the infrastructure needed to ingest that kind of video stream, and also to store them securely and index them to be able to access it in real time. Well, unlike Aibo Photo, video stream is not triggered using a voice command. You'll have to go to the mobile app to start a video stream. When you do that, you'll get a unique Kinesis video stream session with that. And that kind of information is then shared between Aibo and the mobile app, and Aibo will then send information to the Kinesis video stream, and mobile app will then fetch that and show it in real time. Let's talk about BI. So no two Aibo are the same. As it interacts with people over time, Aibo behavior slowly changes and adapts in response to its unique environment. For example, right now, it's kind of learning how to navigate this place. So it's using our own AI technology, and Aibo's AI trying to learn from the interactions it has from its owners as well as with its environment, and build a unique persona around it. Of course, with your permission, it can also upload that kind of data to the cloud, and we can merge Aibo's interactions from other owners as well to create something what we call a collective AI, to make it even more smarter. And of course, this kind of data also helps us to do diagnosis as well. Yeah, we can move.
OK.
All right, so let's talk about customer support. So sometimes your Aibo might feel sick, and it might not work as expected. So in those times, you might seek help from customer support. So Aibo keeps all its settings and vital data inside cloud. So whenever you seek support from customer support, they can fetch the data on your behalf, and then try to see if things can be restored remotely or in a simple manner or not. And we do this. We use AWS WAF with API Gateway to restrict access to your Aibo data from our own customer support closed network. Well, of course, as you might imagine, not all issues can be remedied remotely. And for sometimes, you'll have to send your Aibo to a repair center for repair. If the issue is very small, we can get it repaired and then send it back to you. But if it's beyond repair, we'll do things very differently. Essentially, we'll transfer Aibo's consciousness into a new body. And then we'll send it back to you as if Aibo was reborn into a new body, but have the exact same memory and recollection of whatever it had before. Of course, your Aibo will be able to recognize you, as well as it will exhibit the exact same personality and behavior, whatever it had before, as if nothing changed. I think this is really cool. We achieve this with data backup and restore. So Aibo data, as I mentioned before, is distributed across local device and cloud. So Aibo's local data is very critical data, and we want to protect that. So we keep creating backups on a daily basis and send it to cloud in an encrypted fashion. And whenever a new case is open to restore data, we generate a new ID, and the new Aibo then can adopt that new ID, and the data is then accessed and downloaded inside the new skeleton body. And then we have a special repair tool to restore and repair all the data that it had before. Of course, again, we use AWS WAF with API gateway to restrict access to all the Aibo data from our own customer support center.
OK, thank you, Himansh. I would like to summarize our session. We use a lot of technologies of AWS. And we have focused to build our system as cloud-native design. And also by using IoT-related services and serverless architecture. Aibo and Aibo Cloud services are getting smarter every day. And we at Sony hope that our customers will develop precious time with Aibo and create cherished stories that will last a lifetime. Next. OK, just for your information, Aibo is now available in United States. Woo. Yay. Please visit this website, us.aibo.com. And please buy your Aibo as soon as possible. Your Aibo can't wait to meet you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. And this is all for our session. Thank you for your taking your time today and listening to our session. We will be around here a couple of minutes. If you guys have any questions or want to talk to us or Aibo, please come here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, gentlemen.